to the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I was right as we were about to start, I was like, what is our song? And then I heard this amazing magnum opus.
Isn't that this guy's song?
Oh, I see what you did there, Mark. Guys, while we're sitting here marveling at our wondrous intro music, you're tuning into the Lucha Underground after show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We have only got 2 episodes left. This is our second to last episode of the season. We're talking part 2 of Ultima Lucha Dos. As always, my name is Ty Matthews. Y'all can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, at Ty Matthews PMA, as well as various other after shows. And joining me are some very lovely, very talented co-hosts. Directly to my left, we had such an amazing time with her last week. It seems like you guys did too. We decided to have her back to talk about some more wrestling, to talk about some more murder. You know her from Snarled, Ask Us We're Drunk, and of course last week's phenomenal episode with Carly Perez. Guys, this is Rachel Evans.
Hi.
How are you, Rachel?
Oh, so glad to be back.
So happy.
I've actually just been here since last week, just waiting.
She made good on her promise to just live in the studio.
I live here now, and I hold my breath between every shoot.
I got a cot set up in the back.
It's very
I'm
problematic.
fine.
We're trying to break her of that habit, but
Nope.
it's tricky.
I need nothing but this show.
And where can they find you on social medias?
Social medias, you can find me at Rachel Sam Evans.
Or Rachel Same Vans.
Or Rachel Sam Vans, depends on how you like it. Baby. So sorry.
That's off the wall.
To her left, the lovely and talented, as always, documentarian, cameraman, wrestling fan extraordinaire. Action figure collector, as you see with our new friends here.
Yeah.
This is Mr. James Franck.
Hello. Is this Blue Demon?
It sure
Looks
is.
like a Blue Demon.
Hell yeah, buddy.
And this is Nightclaw right here.
There you go.
But we're doing good.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have a good Lucha show. You can follow me on Twitter at TheJimboSlice. That's TheJimboSlice. That's at TheJimboSlice with 2 E's. That's at TheJimboSlice. Are you sad Carly's not here to lick your face this week?
Oh.
What a moment that was in the history of this after show.
Even thinking about it makes my heart race. Like, I went to a meditation class to get over that. I loved it.
Well, of course, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to start at the end, work back to the beginning. Of course, if you haven't seen this episode, pause this show right now, go back and watch Ultima Lucha Dos Part 2, and then come back, because major spoilers follow. Now, that being said, Mr. Cisco is dead, y'all. At the end of this episode, we cut to the back. We see Mr. Cisco in El Jefe's office, in Dario's office. We know he's wearing a wire. Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro are listening from a undisclosed location. And of course, as we've been saying this whole time, Dario Cueto gets wise to it right off the bat. I mean, Mr. Cisco, he's not hiding his nerves very well.
Definitely not good.
He sat down and he was like, buddy.
Man.
Hey, friend.
Man.
We're friends. Remember that.
And
We're friends.
you know, if you're wearing a wire in El Jefe's office, you're pretty much on the Dunzo list right off the bat. He's asking if the feds are after him, if they're looking for him for murder, as he caresses that Red Bull statue that we know has been used in at least one murder before. Mm-hmm. And to that, Mr. Cisco doesn't have much to say, and Dario, of course, says, well, they are now.
Yeah.
And just beats the holy hell out of Mr. Cisco.
Ty, the weirdest thing, we seem to be getting a message from beyond the grave.
Do we? Are we hooked up to receive communication from the afterlife?
I believe we are through the magic of Skype.
Get the hell out of
After
here.
Katrina was in here, I don't know what we're not.
That's a good point.
This is too spooky for me.
This is as Dario would say, this is real spooky because guys, I'm being told that we've got the recently departed Mr. Cisco on the line now. Is that true?
Yo, what up?
What
Hi.
up, Cisco? What it do, Playboy?
That's Mr.
Mr. Cisco.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Where are my manners? Mr. Cisco, thank you so much for joining us. We have been trying to make this happen for a while because we somehow had a feeling that this is where the story was headed.
Well, thanks for having me. It's sorry for the past couple hiccups, but it's finally here, and let's do it. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Now, of course, we have to start with this amazing scene from tonight's episode. What is it like to watch Mr. Cisco pass away, be murdered on Lucha Underground?
I don't know. I think I want to ask you that. What do you think?
It's, you
Heartbreaking.
know, once Cortez asked Mr. Cisco to wear a wire, we kind of knew that he was doomed from the beginning. Like, we knew that at the end of this season, he wasn't making it out alive.
I'm an optimist.
You know, this is Lucha Underground, so anything can happen.
This is true.
Doggy.
Exactly.
Weirder things have happened. We have time-traveling spacemen. We have dragon people.
Fellow Chucker.
We've
eh?
got chuckers. So anything could happen. But it's interesting. I wanted to get your thoughts on how long you knew about this trajectory. How long ago did you learn that this was going to be the fate of Mr. Cisco?
Just kind of happened, I guess. There wasn't like a planned out thing. It just kind of happened, and you just got to run with it. So
Absolutely.
things happen for a reason, and hey. Mr. Cisco got dealt with.
He got dealt with. There's one member of the crew remaining, and of course, he's the Rat. I wanted to ask you a little bit, over the course of Season 1 and Season 2, we saw Mr. Cisco kind of go from one of the top rudos in Lucha Underground to kind of one of the top technicos. Can you tell us a little bit about how your style in the ring sort of evolved as that happened?
It was just kind of like... I don't know. It was. I wanted everything to come out slowly but surely, And as Season 1 and Season 2 progressed, little by little, I was given that opportunity to, and it was kind of cool. In the end, it was kind of weird to have the temple, the believers, behind me, and it was quite refreshing. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we even heard Matt Stryker call it on commentary. We kind of saw you evolve into more of the lucha libre that you're kind of known for as Lil Cholo. We saw a lot more arm drags, a lot more head scissors, things like that. Whereas in Season 1, it was a lot more kind of brawling and punching and kicking.
Yeah, going into it, I had to prove a point. I had to beat some asses here and there, and you guys know what I could do. I've known you guys for a long time, you and Jimbo, and it was just a matter of time, that I was able to show what I had. Too bad it was cut short, but hey, you never know. Like I said, this is Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, we've seen a lot of faces come through the temple. Who are some of your favorite people to work with, whether it be some of the legends like Blue Demon, some of the, high flyers, what have you? Who have been kind of your favorite people to work with?
Going into this whole dream, it's just a dream come true. Going into it, there was two people that I had my mind set on from day one, and that was Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma. And, luckily night 2, I got them both in the same night. So after that, everything was pretty much a bonus for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anyone that you kind of had to modify your style and kind of go out of your comfort zone to work with?
No. It was pretty cool because I grew up watching these people, and to be given the honor and the privilege to get in the ring and do what I could do with these guys was just a blessing. And without a doubt, the biggest one was definitely Rey Mysterio. For those who don't know, going in, being a luchador, he's definitely my idol since I was a kid. He was the main reason why I got into lucha libre, and being across the ring from him in the temple was definitely a dream come true.
Definitely. Now, Jimbo, Rachel, do you guys have anything that you want to pose to Lil Cholo / Mr. Cisco?
Well, speaking off that, and Ray being such an inspiration to everybody in the Lucha locker room, was he really approachable and easy to work with, and totally giving advice to young up and comers like Prince Puma, or talking with guys like yourself and being oh, I could see in your style that you used to watch me growing up?
Since I met Rey Mysterio in 1996, since I met him, he has been the same. He's one of the most humblest guys in the dressing room you will ever meet, without a doubt. And you know, he's made it to the biggest companies in the world, and now he's with Lucha Underground, and he's the man. You know, he's definitely very approachable, and he's a good dude.
That's awesome. I have to ask. So, like, you get the script of, like, okay, you're going to go in Dario's office and you catch Joey stealing money and you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to go rat you out. You were like, okay, that sounds cool. My character would do that? Or you're like, hold on a second. Cisco would not turn rat this quick.
Yeah.
There was definitely a hold on like, real quick. But, you know, I'm a team player, and you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Because who knows, if you might not have put an argument there, they might have killed your character off or something. But I love what you're doing on this show. It's great, and it's really cool, especially me and Ty have known you so long, and to see you finally get like TV exposure in that big break, because like we were both fans of WSX, and you were on that too, and it was kind of a similar character, the cartel-esque type gangster Vario guys, but it seems like where WSX dropped the ball, Lucha Underground has ran with it, like cool backstage vignettes and mixing different kinds of cultures and pop culture and like things that people are into. So how do you feel compared to like when WSX like does their first season and you guys think like we're on MTV, this is our big break, and then they like pull the plug before they even air the finale? Are you like, man, that was my big shot? And then like Lucha Underground approaches you and you might think like, oh, this is another similar situation? Or were you like, no, these guys, they're invested and this isn't MTV, this is the Rey Network?
Well, you know, there was some similarities going into this whole thing, but you definitely can't compare both of them. This is Lucha Underground is definitely on a whole another level, and like since day one, you could tell it was a whole another level, and some people had their doubts about going into the show, but I really I didn't have much going on at the time, and I was like, you know what, this company is willing to invest time and money into me. I'm gonna take the ball and run with it.
Definitely. Rachel, do you have anything you would
I'm just so torn up about the whole thing.
It was hard to watch.
It was super hard. I'm just curious, just for me, who in any promotion, in any place, who's like your dream match right now? Anybody working right now?
Well, honestly, like I said, I think I already covered that.
Was Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio was without a doubt my
That's dope.
my number one match. But if I could wrestle maybe somebody somewhere else, I don't know, maybe right off the top of my head, Homicide.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
sure.
someone who should definitely be in the
Saucy.
temple.
I mean, we've seen Hernandez.
Yeah.
We got to get Homicide in there.
Why is that guy not been in the
Right?
temple?
Even, in fact, Matt Stryker even called the Vertebreaker the 187
Dude,
tonight.
you know what would be crazy?
What's that?
If Homicide is Cisco's brother and comes to avenge his death.
There you go. Mr.
Right
You
back.
never know, man.
Mr. Also Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco was our father. Well, Cisco, we are about to address the rest of this episode, but before you go, where can people find you, and what have you got going on outside of the temple for the rest of 2016?
I got a lot of stuff going on for the rest of this year.
Mm-hmm.
What do we see? This weekend in Oceanside for SoCal Pro. The following weekend, it's Comic-Con weekend in San Diego. We got 2 huge events in San Diego for FCW, Finest City Wrestling, where night 1 you get to see myself and B-Boy, a.k.a. Bale, 2 dead guys in the ring.
Bale.
Versus the team of Team AAA, which is Phoenix and Pentagon Jr.
Oh, wow.
Damn, okay.
Damn.
Well,
So,
if you're
definitely
in...
looking
Oh,
forward
that's
to that.
so neat.
If you're in San Diego for Comic-Con, make sure to check out FCW, see that Lucha Underground Dream match
Yeah,
happen.
seriously.
Damn.
That sounds amazing.
And I guess the most common thing that I'm on right now is definitely Instagram. So it's Little Cholo 01. You definitely find me there. And I really want to take the time and say thank you guys for having me on here. It's been pretty dope to listen to you guys. Like I said before, you guys make my my work day go by really fast. I listen to you guys' podcast all the time, and it's definitely an honor to be on here.
Definitely.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome
man.
to hear. Yeah, when we were at the temple and you told us that, we were absolutely floored. We knew we had to make this happen, so we're glad we could finally do that on the night after your untimely demise.
Oh,
R.I.P.
And
you.
R.I.P.
I like,
pour some out
I like hearing that
for
little
Cisco.
soundbite. I like hearing that little soundbite. A fellow chucker, eh?
That has become our calling card. Well, Lil Cholo, Mr. Cisco, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully be on again sometime
for sure.
in the near future.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Have a good one, brother. Thank you very much. Now let's talk about the rest of this episode.
It's funny. It's like two dead guys fighting two guys that come back from the dead. Because Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. both come back from the dead.
That is amazing.
Is it a death match?
It's all cute.
It's a resurrection match.
So cheeky.
We will get to an incredibly violent death match later on in the night, but let's talk about the Gift of the Gods Championship match.
Whoa.
7-way elimination match. We've got Daga, Siniestro de la Muerte, Mariposa, Marty the Moth Martinez. I'm sorry?
What?
What was that?
Don't worry about it, Miss Q.
Marty the Moth Martinez, Sexy Star, Killshot, and... Thank you so much.
That was the real Q.
Good. And of course, the debuting Nightclaw. Now,
Nightclaw.
guys, first impressions on Nightclaw.
Love it. Well, very first impression?
Sure.
Oh, it wasn't about it. I mean, when he first came out, I was like, okay. I mean, we were talking about this earlier.
Not feeling the mask.
Not feeling the mask.
Okay.
The
the
yeah.
mouth. The way
It
the
seems-
mouth, it's
It's
like
like-
Bane.
It seems difficult to work with.
It's like Bane mask.
Right.
Like she was.
Seems like
leather.
somebody punched him in the face.
There were a lot of logistical concerns. There was the mask. It also seemed like he was kind of messing with the gauntlets a lot over the
Yeah,
course
it
of the
was a
match.
lot of
Point in the
police.
match, he like gets hit and then like rolls back. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he like pulls his arm pad up. He's
It's
like,
like, let it slide, dude. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's the
And
worst.
His pants also came down a couple
a
times.
bunch. But
They
so
did.
Somebody else's did. I don't think about it. It's fine, guys. Move
It's
on.
the
Wardrobe.
worst. It is
No more time.
the worst feeling when you're in the middle of a match and something keeps slipping. You literally can't stop yourself from adjusting it.
you know how people then they'll just like rip them off and throw them in the crowd.
Sure,
Someone's
yeah.
pants keep falling. They just pull their
Rip 'em
tights
off and
off.
pull 'em.
Exactly.
They're
That
just Eric Younging it. They're just like,
man. I should have my own promotion. That's the only thing that would ever happen. Every match, I'm like, take your pants off. It's my house.
Now, logistical gear issues aside, what about once he got in the ring?
His moves, though. I mean, yeah, there was a couple times I paused it and I was like, what did I just look at? I have no idea what I just saw.
I love moves like that where you gotta kind of rewind and make sure you saw what you thought you
Yeah.
saw.
I played some of it in slow motion, where I was just like, where did you put your
Well,
head
at one point, he transitions a running, jumping
Mm-hmm. yeah.
Rana into an arm drag in a way that I've
Yeah.
never ever seen before.
I never saw that either. It was crazy. I thought he was gonna do like the around the world, where they like go
The
and
satellite
go,
head
and then-
scissors?
Yeah, and then they do the head scissors. But yeah, he turned it into an arm drag. I was like, what? And he got sunset flipped, and from the bottom rolled the guy into a pin.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that? I'd never seen that before either.
There was a lot of good stuff. I mean, this match was kind of as solid of a debut as you could really hope for, being a debuting superstar in the Temple, and still, as we've seen before, not necessarily being guaranteed a win.
Yeah, and debuting against 6 other top-notch
Yeah.
performers
Absolutely.
that we've seen do amazing matches.
I mean, we saw amazing stuff right off the bat. We saw him eliminate Siniestro de la Muerte pretty soon into the match with that standing C4.
I was trying to figure out who he is by the moves he was doing.
Right.
So I was like, well, you're not Brian Cage because you're not jacked to the gills. And then he did the standing C4, and I was like, well, you're not Johnny Mundo because you don't have the abs.
Right.
And then he goes up to the top of the office and does this beautiful moonsault, and I was like, oh, it's Teddy Hart.
Yeah, exactly. That
Steady.
dive, I mean, for as much as Angelico's dive off the top of that office got replayed,
Yeah.
you gotta think doing a moonsault is
Yeah.
so much scarier.
Yeah,
So
the fact
scary.
that he like stood there and you saw them piling up, and then he turned around, everyone was like,
no.
I was like, no.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, don't do that. I don't want you to do that. Please don't do that.
Man,
I
dude.
can't. Please.
My man.
I turned into like a real mom. I'm like, honey, no, honey, no.
My man.
Get down from there.
That's kind of how Mark watches matches like that. It's like, come on.
Come on, guy.
You don't gotta do that.
Don't give it away.
My man.
That was beautiful, though.
But it was absolutely insane.
Even though it did look like the pacing was a little bit off on that, just because they did pile up like a little bit, and we're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Sure.
Once you saw what was happening, and then he turned around, like you said, I was like, oh shit.
That's
okay. Take your time. Take your time.
Right. And we saw another amazing dive from Killshot, kind of a Fosbury flop over the top rope.
And Daga did some gnarly dive where it seemed like he jumped and then decided, no, I think I'm going to turn.
He literally just like throws his body so much.
He's incredible.
He just chucks himself because he's a fellow chucker.
A fellow chucker, eh?
Yes. Boom, boom, boom. We see a Phoenix Splash from Nightclaw onto Daga's face to eliminate his second competitor of the match.
Yeah.
I was sad he was gone.
Daga?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, but more, please. Yeah, he just did a lot of really good work, didn't seem to get hurt a lot, and then was gone.
Right.
I could have seen more.
Via a huge leaping enziguri and then a Jericho, almost like a Jericho spike, that top rope Rana back to like Jericho's like ECW TV title days.
It was crazy when the match started. Like Sexy Star hits a pump kick and knocks out Mariposa, and then you just see Daga just run over and nail this enziguri on her, and he's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Daga does not care. His very first match was against Mascarita Sagrada. He does not care who he kicks in the face.
He hit a gnarly drop kick in the corner too. That
Yeah,
was just
definitely.
vicious. Like,
Oh,
the feet went around the guy's head. Like he like kicked him in the corner. And
The double.
That was to Sinestro, and he absolutely just demolished
That was
him.
horrifying.
I thought Cobra Moon would get more involved though, because she was watching.
She
and
was
then,
just
like,
kind of
she
a
was,
spectator.
Like, letting him get pinned. I expected her to like pull a foot or like maybe like distract him, and that's what got him pinned.
Oh, sure.
Like, she was trying to help.
In fact, we might have even called that in our predictions. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't care about her. I'm sorry.
She's a snake.
She's like a sexy snake. She's just a snake. Just slithering around the ring. She's so sexy. Sorry.
I love when everyone's in the temple and they're just like.
Oh, when they do the cobras.
I am digging her, like, because the way that she is, what she's turning into right now is the way I've always seen her. Just like ooh, you go, boys.
Like a sassy snake.
Yeah, like a sassy stalker snake. I used to have a lisp. This is the most terrifying sentence I've ever said. Like, did I do okay, Mom?
You're doing great. You're doing great.
And of course, the anagram for that would be.
Exactly, of course. Now, we talked about Daga not really caring about who he kicks in the face. The same could be said for Killshot, who hits a gnarly apron Death Valley driver onto Mariposa after just killing Nightclaw with a penalty kick from the apron.
Totally. 0 fucks given.
Just absolutely, he does not care. Just dealing out, Death Valley drivers, as you do.
I keep accidentally calling him Sling Blade.
I like the way you talk.
I like them French fries taters. French fry taters.
That's got to be Tanahashi's gimmick. Just Tanahashi as Billy Bob Thornton
Where
from
are you going with that
Sling Blade.
lawnmower blade?
Oh, man. What else? We see an amazing sequence of moves from Nightclaw that I really thought was going to result in his third elimination. Hits a huge top rope Rana, a Nevada Cadavra, like a grounded super kick, to a kill shot, and then a standing shooting star press. But of course, that's not even the elimination.
No.
He misses the Phoenix Splash, and we see that insane finisher from Killshot, where it's like the Kreutz Wrath into the One-Winged Angel.
So dope.
The Storm Cradle
So
Driver.
cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shout out to Quiet Storm. I don't think I've heard anyone bring that
there
guy
you
up
go.
in so long. Because, like, he used to do it, but he wouldn't set it up like the Creep's Wrath. He would just, like, wheelbarrow him up, catch him, and turn him under.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was like, Storm Cradle Driver.
It's like combining both of Kenny Omega's finishers. We've talked about this before. Right into the Kreutz Wrath, but instead of a German suplex, just
Tuck him under.
compacting him. Of course, we still Rachel's heart.
I can't. If you even bring up Kenny Omega, just like
Number one Kenny Omega fan.
basement flooded.
Chris Hero.
just game over.
Chris Hero has a great story about wrestling this guy named the Green Phantom, I believe.
Awesome.
And he was like, oh yeah, I just want to hit you with the Storm Cradle Driver. And Chris was like, I don't know, dude, I'm really tall. And
Yeah.
like, that'll be hard. He's like, no, it'll be fine, come here. And he just like lifts him up and Chris was like, what are you doing?
That sounds
You don't
terrifying.
just pick somebody up and like do that move to them. Like,
Yeah, no,
and he's
of
like,
all
"Nah."
moves.
He's like, nah, dude, we're not going to do it. And he's like, but it's my favorite move.
But it's
Well,
my favorite.
once you put it that way.
Well, Mr.
Gotta get
Hero,
my shit in.
please.
Gotta get that shit in, just like Cage would say.
Is Chris Hero like 8'2"?
Dude, he's a big dude.
You know,
so big.
thereabouts. Now we're down to 2-on-2. We've got Sexy Star and Killshot on one side, and then Marty the Moth and Mariposa on the other, just rushing each other. Now that it's down to essentially a 4-way elimination match. What else? We saw an amazing Yoshitonic from Mariposa,
Oh, yeah.
where she reverses a powerbomb just right into that high impact
Very
sunset
cool.
flip bomb. But of course, it's the damn numbers game.
Yeah.
Numbers game is too much for Killshot to handle. Marty hits that curb stomp. Mariposa hits the butterfly effect, vertebreaker, 187, whatever you want to call it. Matt Striker even called it the 187. We talked about Homicide a little earlier, but for the elimination. And now we're down to 2-on-1. Sexy Star's former captors against Sexy
The
Star.
Martinez clan.
The Martinezes.
Martini.
Mariposa Martinez. It's the Martini.
Martini.
That's the Latin plural.
Yeah.
I love how Sexy Star was like trying to hit double team moves like by herself
Yeah,
on the two of them.
the combination headlock takeover head
yeah,
scissors,
like
Yeah.
headlock
absolutely.
kicks and like whatever she could do. Like I was
Of
like,
course,
this is not bad.
We see a miscommunication lead to Marty the Moth just decking Mariposa with a right hand in the face for the elimination.
I think it was like his breath. I think it was
There
his
you go.
breath just blowing on his knuckles that really knocked her out.
It was just a solid right hand
Yeah.
that took her out.
It was
We
the
s-
Ronnie Garvin.
in this,
power of the
it
punch.
was the hands of stone. We saw so much in this match. We saw shooting stars and Ranas and just all sorts of stuff. But it was a single right hand that took Mariposa out.
That's all it takes.
Power of the punch.
Sometimes that's all it is, yeah. Also, once she's eliminated, I heard someone very clearly and very vividly from the crowd
Punch
say,
him in the dick?
"Kick him in the dick!"
Okay.
I was like,
so,
yeah!
This totally reminded me of in the movie Kingpin at the end when they're about to bowl the final thing and it gets like super quiet and then you just hear someone who sounds like Dan Aykroyd be like, "That a boy, Luther."
Exactly.
Like, I was just like, where did that come from?
It was
And,
just like the best timed
Yeah.
ADR.
kick him in the dick.
But the best part is it wasn't ADR.
No.
Just someone in the temple really wanted to see a kick to the dick.
With
so
really
good.
good timing.
and
I
then
mean-
they were like, "Kill the moth."
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And of course, yeah, the redemption story, it comes full circle. We see almost like a Diablo armbar into a cross arm breaker for Sexy Star to tap Marty the Moth out and become the Gift of the Gods champion.
Yay!
The best was like before that when she like hit her like special move and she did like the wind up
Oh,
punch.
yeah.
Super,
I was
super
like, when did this
cartoony.
become like Marvel versus Capcom? Right
That's
now?
exactly right.
That took me out of it for 30 seconds.
Did it?
That took
30
me,
seconds?
It took
Exactly
me out of
30
it for
seconds, start the
30
timer.
seconds.
30 seconds is a long time.
It was a long time. For 30 seconds, I was like, "Girl, you don't need to be doing that."
He's got like little like cartoon moths flying around. his
Yeah. If I could
Rabbit
see the
sees
graphics,
stars,
then,
not birds. Stars.
you know, maybe it's my imagination, not just that stupid thing that she just did.
That's-
But-
That's what it is.
and I love her. I love her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that she won, and I'm happy for her, and I'm happy for women.
Definitely. Sexy Star recently unmasked. It seems like, yeah, she recently unmasked. From what I've been hearing, she retired from competition outside of the temple.
Said she wanted to go into boxing, right?
Yeah. Which, of course, a former boxer.
If your
What's up, girl?
name
Get
is
at
Sexy
me.
Star, why do you want to get punched in the face?
Right?
Why?
She
Because sexiness comes within. From within?
she
I'm having a
remains,
problem
she
with
remains
prepositions.
sexy. After this, after the Gift of the Gods title match, we go backstage to Mr. Cisco
Putting on this wire.
with Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro, just really not wanting to do this, guys. He's super not on board.
But if you're gonna do it, you gotta at least try to sell
You
it.
gotta commit, yeah.
Hello, friend. We are friends.
I did love the line. He was like, "This is a bad time."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh no, you're in now.
You sat down. Like, wait, you made yourself
You
comfortable.
popped the squat in LFA's office."
Yeah.
I love when he's like, "Don't tell me you're gonna ask for a spot in Ultima Lucha 2."
It wasn't that it's too late. It's just that the card's full.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? And then like they made him sound so white. It was like super white.
Yeah.
Hello, friend. How are you? Like what? Like do you normally
used to be-
talk like that?
Well, and the thing that I thought was interesting is that he said like, "We used to be boys," but like, no, you didn't.
No.
You used to be like an assassin for
You're
him.
my boss.
Yeah.
But it was
You-
also Dario's take of like boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Boys? Spooky.
Are you talking about like timeline wise? Because we were both children at one point.
I mean,
yeah, I
we
guess.
were literally young men.
Yeah, get out of my office. At one point, too, he gave him an out. Am I misremembering this, or was he like, get out of my office?
I think he did even say
And
get
that's
out.
when he sat
that
down, right?
point, I would have been like, all right.
Well, he
Cool.
Guys, he said get out. I had to listen to him.
I tried, but he is the boss.
He is
What am I
LFA.
to do?
Gotta keep it real.
Next up, we have our death match, our main event: King Cuerno versus Mil Muertes.
Oh, shit.
What the hell happened?
I
Oh my
love,
God.
Like, as this match is about to start, strikers like the Hunter of Man and the Hunter of Man's souls.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just like,
exactly.
oh, that's so
he always
good.
puts it so poetically.
Striker
Yeah.
gets
He was-
darker and darker every single episode.
Like his skin?
His skin.
Right.
No, not like grimmer. He just gets he like goes to the electric beach like
Electric Beach.
at least like 3 times.
Electric Beach is incredible.
That's what my dad calls it.
That's like that's
'Cause
what he
he
calls the
goes-
tanning salon.
That's
Yeah.
that Gorillaz album, right?
Electric Beach
Is
sounds.
it? What if my dad knows about the gorillas? Yeah, no, he gets.
He knows about gorillas.
Oh, for sure knows about gorillas, chimpanzees, all of them. Dad.
Dad?
Can we call my dad? Okay. Anyway, death match.
Sure,
That happened,
absolutely.
and it was so. It hurt. Every part of me hurt.
Whole lot of death. We see ladders
Whole lot
and
of death.
tables and steps
All the
and
tables.
windows breaking. We saw so many tables. We'll get to that. Guys, favorite moments of the match.
Oh, I know. Favorite moment is when they both have their head through the. No.
Right.
What am I misremembering right now?
No, they both went
One
through.
time
They both went
had
through the
his
window.
head through the window, and he doesn't even react. He just takes his head out and goes
Right. Exactly.
and
Like he was
turns
the
around to get
Terminator?
it. Yeah, it was amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you are death.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. And then he just turns around and does the exact same thing to King Cuerno.
Oh, so
Because you didn't die and come back to life in an earthquake.
I think my favorite part is as they're like battling through the crowd and they're climbing and they're going. Mill turns around and he just smacks the camera on the
Oh
crowd.
yeah, it's like,
He-
He hates cameras.
He hates these
He
cameras.
hates these cameras.
I always just imagine, yeah, like Steve Martin saying that.
Stay away from the cameras.
It's the OptiGrab.
Oh, it's so good. What else?
Didn't Katrina said that they get kind of mad at him when he does that?
Oh, did she say? Yeah.
I like how
she
I
said
still
that
call her
he's-
Katrina.
I
Like,
think
she
said he's been
Clearly.
told to like
chill out. Because
maybe
he did.
pantomime it a little bit
Right,
more.
right, right.
Because that did pop into my head when he did that move where he turned around because he just kind of flicked it with his like middle finger. It wasn't like a full push like I'm
Yeah.
used to seeing.
Sure.
I'm like, he's
Like
being
he like
gentle.
spins it off the
Yeah.
jib crane
Man.
and it just like rotates.
There was an incredible moment in this match where they fight up to the platform where the band is playing,
That was
and
great.
Mil Muertes grabs the microphone, and I'm like, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? But he either bashes him in the head with it or drops it or something.
Oh,
and
he
I was
hits
like,
him in the head with
oh, it killed me.
That would have been so good.
It'd be great if he just started singing like Volare or something.
Well, like I really wished for at least some sort of like action movie one-liner that belonged in like one of the shitty kung fu movies that the Rey Network shows all the time. Like
I would
a good
have preferred
time
if he
for him.
moved his mouth and got dubbed over.
that would have been phenomenal. We've seen air guitar in the temple, and we've heard air guitar in the temple. It's not outside the realm of possibility.
What would have been the like
Yes.
cheesy one-liner though?
Man, who knows?
Like the hunt is on or something like that?
Now you can call me Mil y Uno Muertes.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh, that's not good, Ty.
No, it's not supposed
That's
to
not
be.
good.
That's
Disappointed!
no, that is the point. That is the point. I
This
love.
is music to my ears.
There you go. See, we at least like a Shao Kahn laugh. We heard some amazing calls. I love that Vampiro called it a nightmare in Boyle Heights.
that's good.
I just imagined like a horror movie, like a B movie poster with like half of the face is Cuerno and half of it's Mil Muerte, and like Katrina's like somewhere in the back. And
Did you notice anything weird about Vampiro tonight? Not tonight, last night.
Like the super like leather, like why were they both wearing
I mean,
matching leather
we'll
jackets?
we'll
and
get
stuff?
to what we saw from
the
Vampiro
end,
later
but
on.
The whole time he was giving me those vibes.
No.
And that's you didn't pick
I
that
mean,
up?
not any different from what he's been giving for the last 25 episodes.
No. Maybe like as a woman, I can tell microaggressions.
I wouldn't know.
But he was being very more whimsy than usual at the rewatch it. You'll see what I'm talking
like
about.
whimsical?
I like-
He was being like he almost poked Stryker in the face at the beginning of it and was like
Stryker's like, we're gonna be going up, and he does like the Zabu pose, and he's like, we're looking at you, fans, and he totally like points at the camera, like
I feel like that's just normal Vamp.
I don't know. It was giving me.
Maybe he was overcompensating for not taking his meds.
Right. I feel like that's just normal Vamp.
More than usual, it was putting me on edge.
Interesting.
I was uneasy.
What else? What else do we see?
At one point, he does the arrow from the depths of hell, knocks him into the crowd, takes out like tons of chairs, goes for it again. He gets caught.
That huge right hand
nails like a gnarly TKO on the floor.
Yeah. Just like as a transitional move. What else? We saw amazing like leaping tornado DDT from Cuerno.
Oh yeah,
kicking off the railing, off the barricade. A huge back body drop onto the ladder. And, of course, King Cuerno makes the mistake of putting his hands on Katrina, on Death Personified. And that is where so much happened.
They killed my second cousin, Frank.
That's where the finish of this match began. And it went for about 3 more minutes. Because we saw... Now, let's run down the list. We saw a leaping spear, or a leaping Reaper's Trident, as Mill likes to call it.
Off the steps.
Jumping off the steps through a table. We saw not one, not two, 3 power bombs through different tables. Thank you. 3 different power bombs through different tables. We saw a jumping crowbar smash to the back of his friggin' head.
Like, cut it out.
Like, leaping off the top rope. I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've ever seen Mill come off the top with the crowbar to the back of the head. And then, my favorite part, a no-hands tombstone. He picks King Cuerno up. King Cuerno's arms are completely out to the side, the way that nobody takes a tombstone, and just drills him.
I thought for sure his head was going to fall off.
For sure.
I was positive that I was witnessing death.
Oh, this is the temple. Like, it wouldn't have been unexpected at all to see just like a head rolling along.
Like, well, that's the show.
Rig it up to where like his head goes through the mat. And it's just like his shoulders, and then they pin him in that position because his shoulders are on the mat.
No, now that I think about it, I really wish like after like the 3rd power bomb, like Cuerno rolls under the ring, and Mil Muertes just grabs like a dummy, like Married with Children style, and just like starts like chucking it, like tossing it through the temple.
Oh, fellow chucker, eh?
It'll never end.
Like humor with like mannequins and dummies, where it's blatantly mannequins and dummies, easily the funniest thing on the planet.
Nothing's funnier.
Like
a totally like white dummy with just his mask on.
Exactly.
And like sweatpants.
It's like, yeah, I think there's a scene in like Orgasmo
Liu Kang's
where they've got the owner of the sushi bar and they're about to break the window with his face, and just at the last second it turns into a dummy, and it's just like oh no.
Oh,
man,
better than that.
Havoc.
Guys, I am getting way too excited.
Not Havoc. I mean, not that one.
Not that one. Not the father of son of Havoc. Exactly. But so that being said, Mil Muertes very decisively wins this death match.
Oh my goodness.
It needed one of those.
He keeps pulling up his pants too.
Did
you
does
notice
he?
that?
No.
Yeah, I saw his little undies.
His little undies.
I'm pretty sure wearing tighty whities. Whitey tighties? I'm not a guy. But somebody can tell me if that's true, because I know I saw it.
At
but
one point
my head's a
in
little
this match, they're battling it out, and Stryker's like, "Oh, I think this is Mill's best weapon, like the tables or like this environment or whatever." And Vamp is just like, "No, dude, his best weapon is that girl with the stone."
Exactly. That's exactly right.
It's like, oh, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
for sure.
and we saw King Cuerno get stretchered out of here after this death match.
just lifeless. He sold it to the very end.
Definitely.
Completely lifeless. Like when they were pulling the blue mat from under him, it made me very uncomfortable.
You never stuff and mount your opponent. That's never going to end well for you, because they just might come back to life and literally kill you with a crowbar.
That's fine.
You know.
It would have been great if like the poacher from the Rescuers Down Under would have came out and took King Cuerno.
Got McLeach up here?
Oh, you know the name. That's even better.
That's so deep. That's so deep of you.
The deepest of cuts.
Yeah.
That's a deep one.
Oh, man. But so that being our main event, we go back to the commentary table. Matt Striker asks Vampiro about last season's Ultima Lucha, where it ended in the Cero Miedo match, how he became Pentagon Jr.'s Dark Master, so on and so forth. And he asks him kind of about that, and we see Vampiro with the most baller move, pop the cap off that bottle of meds, lands right into the trash can, and dumps them all out. So we know that Ian Hodgkinson is done for season 2. We will be seeing the Dark Master Vampiro, accompanying Pentagon Jr. for his championship match against Matanza.
Oh man.
Against the Matanza is the way they...
Against the Matanza.
Against the Matanza. Ooh, against the Matanza. Sign me up.
But yeah,
Matanza and Dario.
Vampiro.
It's like the restaurant. Like Matanza and Dario's.
The Cuetos.
The Cuetos.
Are those meatballs or are they just those are just testicles?
Shrunken heads.
Got it.
Those are shrunken heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got it. Sure.
But yeah, Vampiro, as he's walking away, says, "It's time for me to go get my student ready." So we are primed and ready for our 2-hour finale next week, part 3.
It's going to be intense, dude.
Ooh, incredible. Mark, do we have time for some predictions?
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Lightning fast.
I guess we do. Okay, what do you guys think? We've got 5 matches left. We've got Puma and Rey. We've got the Lucha Underground title match. We've got the Trios title match. We've got Taya and Ivelisse. And we've got... What are we
Pentagon.
No, I said that. I said the title match.
Did you have the trios match?
Yes. Title match, trios match, women's match, dream match, Puma and Rey. I feel like there's one more.
Chat.
I'll check. Keep talking.
Zoinks.
Please do.
Okay.
What do you
Dark
think?
Lotus and
Oh, Dark Lotus.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Dragon Azteca Jr. and Black Lotus.
I got Lotus.
Okay.
I got Taya.
Okay.
I got Worldwide Underground.
Okay. Yep.
I think Puma's gonna lose, but
Okay.
it's gonna set him off. And
Okay,
we're
sure.
gonna get that like dark Puma
Okay, sure.
at the end. So then Rey, and then if Vamp's in Pentagon's corner, I think I got Pentagon.
Right. Rachel?
I'm only certain of 2 things.
What's that?
Both of them will be wrong, but
'Kay.
that's just my nature.
Sure.
I think Puma will win.
Okay.
And I think that we're not going to see Rey for a while.
Okay.
And I think that Pentagon will win. And, well, no, I also think that Ivelisse will win.
Interesting. Okay.
Why? What? Why?
Is she wearing the piranha pants? Because that makes quite the
That makes
difference.
quite all the difference.
I'm like team, maybe it's more of a want. I'm not a big Taya person.
What?
No?
I'm sorry.
Did
and
you
I
not
know.
see that vignette where she's doing meteors
She's
in
just
a gown?
back fisting wine glasses out of guys' hands?
Yeah.
In an evening gown?
No. I know. It's more of a personality thing, I think.
I see. Okay.
I'm working from a place of passion and love right now.
Sure.
But all I'm certain about is Puma. I really, truly believe that that's going to happen. I think Puma's going to take it, and I think that we're not going to see Rey for a minute.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that one. I think Worldwide Underground will retain. I think Pentagon will take the title.
Yeah.
I do think Ivelisse will take the win over Taya. I think Dragon Azteca will take the win over Black Lotus. And what was the other one?
No, I think Black Lotus
and I
will
think
win.
I think Puma will I think Rey will pass the torch to Puma.
That's what it is a torch passing, and that's why I think that. I think Black Lotus will take it.
Interesting. All right.
Well, it's like, welcome, like, hey, here you go, right? Like,
Well, we've seen before plenty of times in the temple that doesn't necessarily. We saw PJ Black
PJ
lose in
Black
his very
lose the
first
win.
match. We saw Daga lose in his very first match. We saw Nightclaw lose.
okay, I am such a Vince McMahon. Like, I know that we're doing Lucha right now. I
Sure,
understand that.
sure.
But, like, if I were a booker, like, I would be the worst booker in all of the world. Everything would be super predictable. You'd
Right.
be like, oh, yeah, I understand what's happening next. Oh, the good guy won? Oh, that's such a surprise. I'm so bad at this.
Sure.
Predictions is not my thing, but, hey, that's fun, right?
That's all right.
We all like wrestling.
We've got not to cross over into our other shows, but I am the current reigning defending predictions champion.
Are you now?
So we've got.
Is that for me?
Yep.
No, that was for Ty's cheap ass plug.
No, you gotta watch the Raw after show, guys. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I do hear it because the title is in front of the microphone on the
that's
show.
cute.
But guys, that is our show. We've only got one episode left.
I know, man.
Absolutely crazy. We're gonna try to get some guests going on. We might even have this girl back if she'll have us.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't know.
But guys, that is our show. I'd like to thank you so much, not just for joining us tonight, but for joining us for the whole season. If you have indeed been joining us, if you're on iTunes, remember to download, comment, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars if you're nasty, all that good stuff. But for now, guys, where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at the Jimbo Slice. That's TheeJimboslice. That's at the Jimbo Slice with 2 E's. That's at the Jimbo Slice. Buy my documentary about the Young Bucks at highspots.com. And Rachel?
I'm sorry, I'm still giggling about 5 stars if you're nasty. You can find me on all the social medias at,
Every one of them.
at Rachel Sam Evans or Rachel Sam Vans. You guys know the drill.
And check out Snarl.
Oh, please, right, my job. Check out Snarled. YouTube.com/Snarled. I do a show, I get drunk, and I answer your questions. If you have questions, you can tweet them at me or you can comment on the videos and I'll maybe answer them. We'll see.
It's very fun. Lots of good stuff. You have a new show coming up, don't you?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Just doing your plugs for you.
I have a new show called How to Human. I'm turning 25 in January, and there's certain things that I feel like I should know before the age of 25, like how to do my taxes, how to meditate, how to talk to boys, and none of which I know how to do. And so experts will be teaching me how to human.
There you go. It's like an alien that's just come to Earth.
I am a human.
How do I human?
Yes.
Guys, as always, you can find me on social media at Ty Matthews PMA, as well as various other after shows, including Monday Night Raw and American Ninja Warrior on Wednesdays. But guys, please join us for our very last episode of the season. We're talking part 3 of Ultima Lucha Dos. Lots of numbers happening. We got 5 matches to talk about, so there will be a lot to discuss. But guys, until then, Viva la Lucha!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
R.I.P. Cisco.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
A fellow chucker, eh?